Hi guys, a very good morning to all of you. I hope you all are safe and maybe excited for my class. So I'm here to teach you SST Standard 4, Chapter 12, and the chapter name is Our History. So today we will start from the topic the medieval period. Before that, we will take a short look at what we have learned in this chapter about the ancient period. So before starting the chapter, I request all of you to please stay at home and enjoy your quality time with your family members. You can enjoy like playing the Ludo, Carrom, video games. In fact, you can complete your homework which you received on online classes. Please complete your homework in good handwriting, in legible handwriting, and use dark pencil. Please complete all the homework because whenever the school will open, I just want all the homework. I have all the records, so it's better that you should complete your all homework in this virus. And I might guess that you guys had completed your healthy and delicious breakfast. So eat healthy and stay happy at home. Whenever you are going to eat your meals, please wash your hand properly so that you will be safe from the COVID-19. Please follow all the guidelines which government has told us to follow. Protect yourself and your family from this virus. So let's start the chapter. If you don't have the book, then please purchase your book as soon as possible. Now we are talking about the history and we will go nearly about 5,000 years ago. Then in our history has divided into three periods. First, ancient period, second, medieval period, and the third is modern period. Ancient period, we are talking about the prehistory or around 700 CE. CE, it's common era. And the medieval period, we are talking from the 700 CE to about 1750 CE, and the modern period is 1750 CE now onwards. So first of all, we are talking about the ancient period. So historians or the people who study the histories, they tell us that there were very advanced civilizations near the Indus Valley civilizations. Now the Indus Valley civilization we can call the Pakistan. It is about 2500 BCE. BCE means before Common Era. This was the Indus Valley civilization and it is also called the Harappan civilization. Because, why it is called the Harappan civilization? Because the Harappa was the first city. The Harappa was the first city to be discovered from this civilization. Mohenjo-daro, after that the Mohenjo-daro is the another important cities which discovered in the Harappan civilization, or you can say in the Indus Valley civilization. The Indus Valley civilizations, it is stretched from the north to the western India to present day Pakistan. The Indus Valley civilization people, they built the well-planned cities with important buildings such as the Great Bath in Mohenjo-daro and the granary in Harappa. In fact, like with the seal, poetry, jewelry, and with the other remains of the Indus Valley civilization have been found, and they can tell us about the people who lived during this time, about their lives and what they used and how they used these all things. Means it is the sources of the history of the ancient period which helps us to know about the Indus Valley civilization. After that, around 500 BCE, before Common Era, some Central Asians, they comes to India. They were called the Indo-Aryans. They drove some peoples from the Central Asia to living in the North India. And they settled in North India, where the Aryans, they grew the crops and they domesticated animals. They performed open ceremonies and sacrifice, and that is the Vedas is also the way written on this time. So that period is also called the Vedic age. like a number of epics book is there, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, and many more epic is there which were written during that period. They tells us about the people of that time, the powerful kings or the rajans who ruled with the help of Purohit or the royal priest of the Senani or the commando of the army. They all it tells us, these all books tells us about the people of that time. After that, there were a number of kingdoms is there in the North India, and they just settled in the Magda, which becomes a very powerful kingdoms in North India. Then in 326 BCE, the Alexander, the rule of Macedonia in Greece, they attacked the India. They defeated the King Porus of Punjab, but they were very impressed with Porus' bravery. Alexander, after that, when they had to go back, his soldiers were very tired of fighting. He died in his way only, on his way home in 323 BC. After that, in 321 CE, the Chandragupta Maurya, he became the ruler of Magda. He founded a new empire, Mauryan Empire, with the help of his advisor Kautilya. After that, later his grandson Ashoka became an emperor. Ashoka was very brave ruler. He fought war against a kingdom which called Kalinga. However, he became very upset by the bloodshed and the losing of life that he had fight war. That after that, he embarrassed the Buddhists and hailed the spread of India and other Asian countries. After that, that Ashoka is what he was a very brave ruler, and he became very upset to the bloodshed or to the lose the life in the war, who fight for the wars. After that, he embarrassed the Buddhism. After that, he just explored many India and many other rocks and pillars written, and he just give the message in that pillar so that the people, they could read that message which Ashoka has given in his pillar. After that, Mauryas, the Gupta ruled in India in 4th and 5th centuries. They were very powerful, and the India became very rich under the Mauryas. Some historians also called that age a golden age of ancient India. They make the art, culture, made progress, science, mathematics, astronomy and grammar also developed in the ancient period. When the Maurya is there, that age is also called the golden age of ancient India. Next, the medieval period. By the end of 7th century CE, the rulers of Central Asia become very powerful. Now by the end of 7th century and 8th centuries started, the ruler of the Central Asia, they become very powerful. They were attacked to the wealth of the Indian kingdoms. Mahmud of Ghazni and Mahmud Ghori attacked the kingdoms in India and looted their riches. After that, they attacked to the wealth of the Indian kingdoms. The Mahmud of Ghazni and the Mahmud Ghori, they attacked the kingdom of the Central Asia in India, and they loot their riches. All they take all the jewelries or the coins. Then in 1206 CE, Qutbuddin Aibak became the ruler of North India. After that, in 206 CE Common Era, Qutbuddin Aibak, they become the ruler of the king of the North India. He founded a new empire called Delhi Sultan. After that, the Qutbuddin Aibak, he founded the new empire in Delhi, which called Delhi Sultan. He was followed by powerful rulers like Iltutmish, Razia Sultan, Balban and Alauddin Khilji. After that, he followed some rules like the Razia Sultan, Balban and Alauddin Khilji. After that, what happened in the medieval period, that we will see in the next videos, lecture number 2. So please guys, watch the lecture number 2. Till that, take care of yourself. Thank you. Have a nice day and bye bye.